All right, good morning, YouTubers. It's April 30th of 2024, and we're back on the old Army Cat. It's not raining. It's not sunny, but it's not raining. So what we're going to do here is continue on. Yesterday we managed to get the bevel gear and the steering clutches out. Let's just go take a look inside here, see what we got to deal with here. With nothing but rust. Because I'm going to have to maybe stand it up, so knock it down.
Yeah. Yeah, so the
It's
weight.
come up.
So the weight's helping.
It's come out somewhat, but
yeah.
I think it's come. That's off. That's one. Okay, I'll just put it down and we'll flip it over. Yeah. Okay. Up. Yeah. Okay, we'll just put it down and lay it flat. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you can get this side off. Okay. I'm going to let it down, so if you can just stand it on end there on that end of the board. Okay. You'll be able to do it? Yeah. Coming down over you. Okay. Okay, well that's step one done. We got the brake bands off. Quite a bit of rust in there. I'll take a close look, see if we can see anything in detail there, how worn the fibers are, but on to the next. It looks pretty disgusting down there. The brakes are totally shot, pitted full of rust on those pinion flanges. But our problem here this morning is the brake linkages themselves. I'll just get into a better picture here, maybe better angle. Down in here, the brake bands are pinned onto the operating mechanism via that pin there, and of course it has nails in it and they're seized. So I'm just going to go straight to the blue wrench. We'll get them heated up, see if we can get them nails extracted, pins out, and get those bands out, and go from there.
quite often, if I'm steam vent 27 and 8, I'll sometimes wake up and I know I did.
There's the end of the nail. Now, if we can just get that turned around.
Okay. Bananas are high too.
Well, amazingly, I got the other end of the nail out and dropped into the cavity.
Okay, now.
I'm going to remove that small 3/8 bolt there on that pin lock to send a small punch through there and drive that pin out. Well, I got a smaller nail in there now, but pretty awkward to pound between the pads or the rails and the nail. But it is moving it. I don't know if I got it far enough back, but we'll see if it'll come out of there. There's that dirty dog. Freed up, got the pin out. Just throw that in the collector box there. There, that's the one side. That wasn't so bad. Key is to get that little bolt out, because this here pin lines right up with that hole. And if you have a narrow enough punch, you can punch it straight out. But all I had was that short nail that would fit in the hole. But it got it started. So there, we got one out. We'll go to the other side and get that out. We moved over to the opposite side and where we got the pin out of that brake band, but it's the same operation. Heat, quench, a couple of times. Got the nails out of both ends of that pin, and I took this bolt out of this locking device here, and it just happens to line right up with the pin in there, and it just drives right into the inside. So there we got this here brake band just laying here. The band's in good shape, but the well, there goes the shoe. All went down to the ground, but anyway, it needs new brake fibers or shoes or something. Both sides are totally toast. So anyway, we're going to move right along here and try to clean up these here chambers on either side. They're just 2 inches deep of rust in there, and I've got to get the drain plugs out so we can clean that right out. Okay, we're just doing a little cleanup on the bottom here. Got both sides washed out and the center scraped out. It was 2 inches deep in sludge in there. So we managed to get the bung out of the rear end here and then drop the oil. It's pretty rusty. On the other side here, it's got to be rinsed out some more, that's for sure. But the big bungs on the bottom of these cavities, somebody in their wisdom have tack welded them in place. I can't break them out of there. At this point, I'm just going to give up on that. It does have a hole drilled in the center of those big bungs, so it's washing out, so it's going to be all right in that. And then, of course, when you're cleaning out all these cavities and stuff, this is the second wrench. This has been in there a lot longer than the first wrench. The first wrench was still a little bit chromed on one end. This one here is pretty much all the chrome's gone. The wrench is pretty much like eroded or corroded or disappearing anyway. It's been in there many years. So it's always a little bonus when you find in these old cats, those wrenches were to adjust the brakes, I would only guess. Anyway, we're going to give her the final flush, and then we're going to move on over to the front here. We're going to start working on that master clutch up there. This tub contains all the oil that I drained out of the rear end and the transmission compartments. And so when we scraped out the remnants out of the bevel gear compartment, the rear end compartment, and just poured that sludgy oil in there, it bounced off the bottom of the container and come up and produced some sort of a darn flowery kind of a thing. It's pretty brightly colored. It doesn't really show it in the picture, but it was just an interesting thing to me that it would burst out into those colors. That might not be the best of places. Okay, I undid all the bolts. The very front end there, I think it's seized up because, not because it's seized per se, but it's so full of old wood, like old tree stumps, whatever is in the front of that mechanism there. And we dropped the whole drawbar, the swing bar and the drawbar. Gonna leave these end pieces intact right there. And I got the old bent piece of crap. I'm going to bring it up and bolt it down here after. So we'll just haul this one away and put it in storage. Well, time to quit on the cat. It looks like Connie has got ourselves a nice stir fry cooking up on the fire pit.
How is it?
Let's go ahead and have dinner, and we will catch up to you tomorrow probably.
Wait in line there, Phil.
Yeah.
I'll be just jumping the line. Campfire cooking at its best.
Yeah.